Hi, this is Apostle Will Griffin, the Senior Pastor of Cornerstone Building Center International Ministries. Now, we are a multicultural, word-based church that is full of love and excitement, experiencing the presence of God. We would love for you to be a part of our worship experience. Come down and join us. Now, we're located in the Mobile Bay area, right here at 2751 Halls Mill Road, Mobile, Alabama, 36606. You can come and join us Sundays for our Sunday worship at 10:30 a.m. or our midweek worship Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Wow, we really enjoy having new people in. We love you. We just have so much love to give out of this ministry, and we know that you will really get a great experience and a true word from God. So come on down on any of those times at Cornerstone Building Center International Ministries, where our motto is, we're building believers to frame the future. Thank you. God bless you. And remember, faith worketh by love. Let your love increase day by day. God bless. And so I trust God, and I go thinking that I don't care if I'm coming against Congress. I believe in the grace that He gave me. Oh, yeah. It's the power of His might. So now we're functioning not out of our own might, but out of the might of the Lord. He said, we're not wrestling against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, spiritual wickedness in high places. I had went through all that, but I'll touch one and we're going to have to move on. Principalities are principal ways of thinking, a principal rule in your mind that you function out of, a thought process, how you was raised, what you was taught, what you were subjected to, maybe some things happen in your life, could have been, addictions, it could have been molestation, and you see things through this view. And because of what happened to you, or what Big Mama, or what you was taught, by whoever, whatever was put in you, it shaped your perspective and everything that you think got to come through this way of seeing. And so you function out of these principles based on a root way of thinking. That's called a principality. That's a principle or a chief or first things first, Like snitches end up in what? That's principality. That's principality. That's a ruling thought, a rule, a principle that governs the minds of the people in the street. They got one rule: be a rat. All rats got to die eating steward. The Wayne said. You say they all got to die. You don't snitch on the street. They're going to kill you if you snitch on the street. That's the principality that rules the streets. Snitches get stitches, snitches get put in ditches, snitches, no stitches. And if you come up in the streets, that spirit of that mindset automatically rests on you. But I'm going to show you how bad a demonic power is. That demonic power was so messed up that I heard one man say, don't tell me who talking. What did he say? Don't tell me who talking, because I don't fool with snitches. In other words, I'm your friend. I'm trying to tell you to look out for this person. You're going to turn on me for snitching. Don't tell me who talking. That's just a setup to be destroyed or be killed. When you want somebody to have your back, if you know you're finna walk into a trap, well, see, Satan, he'll put a rule in effect in your life, and he'll use that rule for which you stand by to totally destroy your life. Principalities and powers and rulers of darkness. Well, the principality is a thought process, but I just explained that. But powers are words. When you're governed by a principle way of thinking, then you begin to talk a certain way. You gravitate people who talk a certain way that reinforce that way of thinking. You hear me? Messy people don't like folks that don't play games. Messy folks and no-nonsense folks, do not get along. Because they want to gossip. And a no-nonsense person want to be private, want to mind their business. You can't put them in the same room for long. Somebody going to get up and walk out. Somebody going to go with somebody who wants to talk, but they're going to be on their phone, because they're not going to stay those two principal ways of thinking. Those two principalities can't dwell in the same place. They can't dwell in the same place. So they gravitate to like kinds. Don't tell me your two girlfriends is some coochie mamas, and all they do is club, run the street, and end up in hotels. And you think you good just because you quiet and you've been hanging with them, rolling with them for 5, 10 years, you crazy. You just quiet. But you be there too. Because ain't no way you're going to roll with those spirits that function like that and think you're going to stay absent from that. Because when you come around the powers, you have to function in the principality. I don't care if it's even saying stuff that you know you go against, but you're going to start talking like them just to keep them from feeling awkward of being with them. And if you keep talking like it and talking like it, you give the principality power to run in your mind. And so you get a few bumps in life and you just say, well, forget it. What the heck? Might as well. They look like they having fun. And you're going to roll with the group. This governs how things function in the earth. This governs universally how things work. There's no evading that. There's no evading that, because that's what we're governed by. Oh my God. That's why you ain't got no business talking to a single woman when you married about your husband. A totally different principality. Are totally different. They are not functioning in their power. So they're going to have a whole other principle way of thinking. Oh, girl, this is what, if I tell you now. You can't take nobody from them. Their whole perspective is messed up. Married women ought to run with married women. Married women ought to run with married women. Single women ought to run with single women. If a single woman want to be married, then the single woman need to go hang around married women. Get you prepared for what you're about to walk into. I know Glady ain't your friend and all, but she needs to stay out of that part. You don't let nobody tell you about your wife. You don't let nobody tell you about your husband. Because this ain't that. We in the circle. You ain't in this circle. We in this circle. The two of us make a ring. There ain't no more room for the ring. We make the ring. You got to stay out of it. Tell somebody, say, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Oh, who am I talking to? Him. Ooh. I'm going to take my time. I'm just going to talk to y'all. And the Holy Ghost. Glory to God. It's talking something there. Against rulers of darkness of this age, of this world, this dispensation, and spiritual wickedness in high places. Now, you know, a ruler of darkness is for a dispensation. When you see world, it means a dispensation. It means a period of time. I'm going to tell you, a ruler of darkness or a ruler of ignorance. I was just talking to a lady at the gas station. And I was telling her about the power of a woman. And I asked her, I said, which one is better, a mountain or a rose? She said, was that a trick question? I said, no, it's just a question. She said, well, I don't know. Neither one. I said, why? She said, because they're so different. I said, but they're both respected. People climb mountains, they feel a sense of accomplishment, they wander at them and look, they make great backgrounds. People plant roses. They take roses and they make makeup. They bring out perfumes from roses. They use it as an honorary symbol of love. And you know, it's beautiful. It's the delicacy of the rose and the way it's designed is what gives it its power and its strength. You can't, you wouldn't want to part with either one. And I say that's the power of a woman. But see, the ruler of the darkness of this age says women not all, but across the board, women are saying now, I can do what you do. I can be just as much of a mountain as you. I can do whatever you think you can do. You were never created to do what I do. What did you do what we do? It wasn't not good for man to live alone. Why try to be like him? Why be like him when it ain't good? God said it wasn't good for him to be alone. So what you gonna do? Act like him and not what that's gonna put him, not gonna make him alone. And he needed another one like him. He wouldn't have went in this rib. God looked at him and said, something ain't right. I don't know what it was. It could have been 500 years he was laying around doing nothing after he named the mountain. He could have been there for another 1,000 years. But for whatever period of time God watched him, whether it was a few months or a couple of 1,000 years, we don't know. But God was looking at him and he said, this ain't good. He don't need to be by himself. He needs something that's going to give him some motivation. It had to be that because Adam wasn't saying nothing.